you set goals for yourself and have blinders and just go and just achieve. No matter all the people who are talking in your ear over here, all the people who are hating you over here, just keep going. And that's why I continue to try to evolve and be more successful than I am, is because, you know what? Life's short, so I'm gonna keep moving forward.
Rembrandt, congratulations on everything. I feel like you are this mysterious guy, and I say mysterious because not so many people really know about you, but then you're out there. Like, how many followers on social media?
I mean, I don't have that many. I'm not an influencer, but I have over 80,000 on Instagram, and I don't know, a couple of thousands and thousands on LinkedIn, and then Twitter's about 30, and then Facebook, I don't really know either, but it's something.
If that's not an influencer, I don't know what is, but you know what?
Well, I'm not, compared to all our friends who are real influencers, they have hundreds or millions of followers on those platforms.
One of the things that I will always remember about you was that when we didn't see each other for a long time, and then we saw each other after a while, and we exchanged social media handles, and you said, well, I don't follow people or accounts with less than 10,000 followers.
Did I say that?
Yes, you did.
Oh my God.
But
I'm embarrassed for myself that I said that.
But you know, that's what people like or dislike about you, because you speak your mind. You don't really censor yourself just so you'll be liked.
Okay, so let me clarify. I care, but I don't care enough. Like, obviously I care. I don't want to hurt people's feelings, but I'm not like going to say it without, I'm not doing it to hurt someone.
Right.
I say it because I actually want to say it.
Right.
There's a difference, right?
Exactly.
I'm not doing it intentionally to hurt anyone. It's more like, this is what I want to say, so hopefully I can say it because we're real friends, and hopefully you don't take it the wrong way, because some people do. A lot of people are too sensitive, I think.
I was actually like, oh, okay, because I had what, 5,000, 4,000 followers at that time. But I'm happy that you're following me now, even though I haven't reached 10,000 yet.
I do it because I actually care about our friendship, and you know, you made it pretty obvious that you would like it if I did. So I said, you know what? She wants it, and it's a simple follow, so why don't I do it? I don't need to be a brat about it. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna follow Jannelle because you've been always so supportive of me in my career, even when I was just starting out. And so I'm like, why wouldn't I follow someone who supported me from day one? You supported me from day one. I had nothing to offer you.
Thank you.
But you supported me, and so it's the least I can do.
That's what we do. And you know what? And like I said, you know, I was like, oh, okay, in the beginning. But then I realized sometimes in order to become successful, you can't carry that baggage of what will people say? What will people think of me if I say this, right? And I know that as the founder of one of the most successful PR firms here in Hollywood, you couldn't have done that without always thinking of others, right?
I mean, Hollywood is fickle on its own, and I think the lifespan of many companies is very short. So in order to have real longevity in this business, you have to be liked. And so even though we can talk about how many people don't like me, I think there's more people who do, because I wouldn't be in the business still after 15 plus years if I wasn't liked.
They say that in PR though, it doesn't matter whether you're liked or disliked, you just can't be irrelevant. People can't not care about you. Is that true?
That is very true. I mean, for myself even, I'd rather be liked or disliked than be irrelevant, right? Because
or be ignored.
Ignored, because no one's talking about you.
Right.
If you're not being talked about, then no one cares about you, and that would make me really sad. So I do still have this feeling of wanting to be liked, even being as old as I am. And it's more about, I want to be liked for the right reasons. I don't want to be liked for my social media. That's not really the reason. I want to be liked for what I contributed to the world and to our community. And I want people to know that I've tried as much as I can to uplift the community and I would never do anything detrimental to that same community, even though some of the things I've said or done could be misconstrued. I've always loved the community and will always do anything I can to support.
Backtracking a bit, and this is what I also find very interesting, right? You were born and raised here in Northern California.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, you moved here when you were 14 months old.
11 months old.
11 months old.
Yeah.
So you're pretty much American, right?
I'm American, period.
You own a company that operates in Hollywood, which is also very American, obviously.
Yeah.
But then you always have that soft spot for Filipinos. You're always looking for how to uplift. You're friends with a lot of Filipino celebrities and personalities.
Yeah.
Why do you do that?
I do it because I think it's innate in me to want to be around Filipinos, right? And it's not just being Filipino, it's a certain type of Filipino, let's just be real and honest. I love creative people. I really love Filipinos that are creative, Filipinos who try to break the mold, who are go-getters, overachievers. I guess people like me in a way, trying to be disruptors, and that's what I love. Those are the kind of people I like to surround myself with, or want to get to know, or want to reach out to. I've been scared to reach out to her because I'm not going to bother her while she's at the U.S. Open. But afterwards, trust me, I'm going to try to find her and befriend her, or support her, or do whatever I can, because I do love and support Filipino Americans and Filipinos from the Philippines who are doing things, again, that are gonna uplift us as a community worldwide. I want a global stage for the Filipinos.
I love that, thinking globally. When you describe Filipinos that are like that, so who are the top 5 that you look up to? Your top 5 Filipino Americans?
The first one that comes to mind is Jen Rubio. We helped away luggage for a couple years. The biggest disruptor brand in the luggage space, Bruno Mars.
Yes.
You know, because obviously in music, he's hit mainstream. Olivia Rodrigo, right?
Okay.
She's so young, and you can't listen to the radio without Olivia on the radio at this point. Bobby Murphy, right? Because Snapchat is more relevant than ever, actually. A lot of people are like, oh, no one uses Snapchat. That's not true. I'm an advisor to Kumu, and my friend Roland is the founder of that, and I'm so proud of him, of what he's done, and he built that with Lexi from scratch. And now it's, I think, the most used social media app
by Filipinos
in the Philippines.
Yes. Did you always know that you were going to be an entrepreneur? Like, I mean, what did little Rembrandt want to be when he grew up?
Let's go through the various phases of Rembrandt, right? So I think when I was super young, I would say like maybe elementary school and maybe younger, I really wanted to be a doctor. And it's because my parents kind of instilled in me that I'm super smart and I did really well in school. So that was the only choice, was to be a doctor, because it was like this coveted job, and it was so well respected amongst Filipinos, right? Especially Filipino parents. So that's what I think I wanted to be, right? As I grew older, let's say high school, I did an internship at Kaiser Permanente, and I realized I really don't like hospitals. I really don't like the sight of blood.
Right.
So how can I be a doctor? And then my sights changed to wanting to be in entertainment, and specifically an actor, believe it or not. But yeah, I really wanted to be an actor. And then when I moved to LA, and after my first job, which was talent agent, and I was a trainee at a talent agency, I tried it and I realized acting sucks. And a huge manager actually gave me this piece of advice. His name is Robert. I don't know if I should say his last name, but I'm just gonna call him Robert. Huge manager. He said to me, Rembrandt, if you don't live and breathe wanting to be an actor, I mean 24/7, every second of every single day do anything but be an actor. And then I heeded that advice, and I said, no, I don't live and breathe this.
Yes.
I love entertainment industry, but I don't think I want to be an actor if I don't feel this way.
Right.
And that was the best piece of advice, and I quit acting the next day. Because of Robert. Yeah.
And that's when you became a talent manager or
No,
manager?
I decided to work in production, and so I got recruited by a little TV network called E Entertainment Television, and then I rose the ranks there. I started as a production assistant, then I became a production coordinator, then I was producing segments, and I loved it. I really, truly enjoyed my time at E. Enjoyed all of it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed working in entertainment, you know, being in production. I enjoyed the frenetic pace of it. I enjoyed talent, obviously. I'm always loving being around talent. I love the traveling. I traveled the world with E, and I love the camaraderie.
Yes.
And I love that everyone respected one another. Like, it wasn't like my former world in the talent agency where I felt I was only doing crap work.
You were like a I guess, like a nanny to the stars.
Kind of, yeah. Right? I felt like an assistant, you know, to them, and like a gopher.
And now you're the boss.
Correct. Now I'm the boss, and now I'm doing things that, I'm not doing things of what I did when they were bosses, but I'm fortunate enough to be in a place now where I get to call the shots.
So what's on the horizon for you?
Well, I do have a life change that's happened recently in the last couple of weeks. So I recently am taking a step back from the PR agency I started 15 years ago, EFG PR. I'm not doing day-to-day anymore. I'm still helping them, obviously. I'm still helping with the clients. I'm still going to oversee some things like business development. But I started a new company doing consulting, and I'm doing a lot of advising and investing through my vehicle called Flowing Ventures. And now you know why I got that name.
Right.
So Flowing Ventures, we invest in early stage startups in CPG, DTC, tech, lifestyle, and we're also advising on those companies. So whether that be a straight equity deal or a hybrid deal, we're doing all of that, and I love it. I love helping entrepreneurs, and for those Filipino entrepreneurs out there, seek me out, because I want to help Filipino entrepreneurs more than anything. And I'm very proud to say that one of my amazing investments that happened earlier this year is to a Filipino CEO of a brand called Sanzo, Sanzo. And they're gonna disrupt sort of the sparkling water category. So their flavors are like lychee and mango and calamansi. And just recently, as you know, Shang-Chi just premiered, and #1 movie in America. And guess who has a partnership with Shang-Chi but Sanzo? So Sanzo has 4 cans, and they have the faces of the 4 main characters. So of Simu and Aquafina and Tony and Munger.
That's so interesting.
It's awesome. The collaboration's so sick.
Yes.
You know, Shang-Chi and Sanzo. So.
And you're obviously a successful entrepreneur. So give advice, even your top 3 advice for aspiring entrepreneurs out there.
Never give up on your dream.
Okay.
Right? You're gonna get a million no's, and a lot of people are gonna slam doors in your face, but don't give up. Make the product stand out because you want it to stand out. And then 3, choose your mentors wisely. People who've been there, people who've done it, people who can actually like help you on this really difficult journey, because it's the hardest road to take to be an entrepreneur, because no one is gonna hold your hand through it, and you literally have to have all your wits about you, and you have to have the heart, and you have to have the thick skin because this is not for those who have a weak heart.
Who did you learn from?
Who do I learn from? Obviously, my parents. My mom and dad came to this country with literally nothing. So they found their way to Northern California. So I really look up to my parents who came from nothing. I mean, how much harder would it be if I had to come from a different country into a brand new country and like start from nothing?
You know, listening to you now, I can't quite place it. And so I'm gonna ask you, which segment do you think will you fit in best?
If you're leaving up to me, the one that I'd rather do out of the four would probably be inspiring. So inspiring, because that is one of my goals in life, is to make sure that I am an inspiration to others. And the reason why I do a lot of things I do is because of that, right? That's sort of the soul that I've kind of created in my career, is that I'm gonna make specific steps in my life to inspire others. So I don't go out there and do things just to throw things against a wall and see what sticks. I actually think ahead and go like, is this going to inspire someone? Is this going to help another Filipino American? Is this going to help the community? Is this going to do all those things? And that's how I live my life now.
Inspiring it is then.
Yeah.
Did you always know that you were going to be successful?
The answer is yes. And the reason why it's yes is because I don't believe in doubting myself, right? I really thought as a kid that I'm gonna be someone. And I told my mom and dad that, and they're like, how do you know? I don't know, I just feel it. I feel it in my soul, I feel my gut. Like, I'm gonna be someone big. You wait and see, like that.
And now you have achieved that.
I hope so. You tell me. You guys have to tell me. Am I?
But the thing is, there's a saying in Tagalog and also in English, something to the effect like, where the tree has a lot of fruits, you get picked on, right?
Yes,
And
great.
so now that you're this successful entrepreneur, being loved comes with being hated.
Yes.
Who are your top 5 haters?
No! I'm not gonna tell you my top 5 haters. They would hate me even more. I can't mention names, but I know they're there, and I know you guys are gonna be watching, and that's great. And to all my haters, keep on hating. But you know what? Even though you hate me, I still love you. And for my haters, I mean, I don't really get to see you often because you're behind me. Sorry.
Is that true? You really still love them? You love your haters?
Yeah, I do, because what did we say earlier? If you're not loved, if you're not hated, then you're irrelevant. At least people are talking about me, whether they hate me or love me. I'm being talked about.
Why do you think they hate you?
My initial answer I want to say is I don't know, but I think I do know. So this is the raw version. I think they hate me because they need someone to hate, I think, or jealousy. I think a lot of people do hate because they're jealous of people's success, and I hate saying that, but I think it's really, really true. And my parents instilled this upon me, told me about this, not instilled, but told me about this when I was younger, because I've had haters my whole life, actually. And they said that, Rembrandt, it's all because of a crab mentality. And I hate saying this, and I hate that it's true, but I think it might be true. But a lot of people just want to pull people down just because if they're not successful, they don't want someone else to be successful because it makes them feel bad about their lives. And I don't want to be that crab. I don't want to be that crab for you. Sorry, I'm going to continue climbing and doing really well, regardless how you feel. That's that.
And your advice for climbing the ladder, climbing the corporate ladder. You're
climbing
on top.
the corporate ladder, like I said, like you set goals for yourself and have blinders and just go and just achieve. No matter all the people who are talking in your ear over here, all the people who are hating you over here, just keep going. Don't worry about what people on the left are saying, people on the right are saying, people on the left are saying. Just keep going. And that's what I do. And that's why I continue to try to evolve and be more successful than I am, is because, you know what? life's short, so I'm gonna keep moving forward.
So what is the last thing that you do at night before you go to bed?
Oh God, no, don't ask me that question.
I already did.
So the last thing that I really do, oh, it's so awful. I don't suggest anyone doing this at home, but I'm on my phone, like literally like a fiend, and looking at everything. So it could be social media, it could be emails, it could be you know, random stuff that I see online. I'm on it. I'm on my phone. That's the last thing I do before I put it down and I get some Z's. It's embarrassing.
How many hours?
That what? I sleep?
On the phone are you?
Oh God!
In a day.
There's something on the phone that tracks that. I'm on the phone 8 to 10 hours.
8 to 10 hours.
That's a lot of hours a day.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot, you guys. I'm constantly on my phone, but I like to say it's for work, but majority it is, but it's a lot. Stay away from your phones. I know it's hard.
Who was the latest person that you blocked or unfriended or unfollowed?
You know the answer. There's only one person I blocked, and you know who it is. He's watching this, and I blocked you because you're not a nice person, and you don't like me, so I blocked you.
I guess we have to end with that.
We have to end with that.
Right. You'll get
On a good
trouble.
note.
You're gonna get me in trouble.
I know. You're gonna get me in trouble. But you know who you are. Don't be shocked.
How important is breakfast to you?
Super important. I am very hungry as soon as I wake up, and I don't mean that in a hypothetical sense. I actually am hungry physically and mentally when I wake up. And the first thing I do is obviously go through in my head how grateful I am to be alive and the things that I have. And then the second thing I do is work out. I know that's so strange, but I'm either have my trainer who comes to the house or I'm on a Peloton. And then after I do a workout, so I sweat and get all those toxins out, I'm eating.
And I love that you said that breakfast is very important, because for people on the go, they normally just forget about it, but
I will never.
Right?
I will never forget.
Right,
Don't forget breakfast.
It sustains you throughout the day.
Throughout the day, correct. You know, the whole adage of breakfast is the most important meal of the day is 1000% true.
Right.
At least for me.
Love it.
I agree with Rembrandt. I don't skip breakfast as well. At least I try not to, because it's the most important meal of the day. But you know, it's easier said than done, especially for busy parents out there like myself. It's so easy to forget and to skip breakfast, because you know, you're rushing in the morning, getting the kids up, getting them ready for school, getting their lunches ready and packed, and then feeding them breakfast. By the time you're able to find time for yourself, you have to drive them to school, right? And so it's so easy to skip breakfast, but don't do that. In fact, McDonald's is helping us get breakfast with this promo: 2 sandwiches for $3.50, bacon, egg, and sausage biscuit, and bacon, egg, and sausage McGriddle. So which one do you like better? I like this one better because the sweetness of the pancake with a little bit of what do you call that, syrup as well, makes it, for me, tastier, and I normally indulge.